Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is the back. That's what I'm calling this session, the back. So once we finish up today's session, you look for it on the Nafsi Yoga YouTube channel or the nafsiyoga.com site. Just look up the back. One of these days, I'll try to group all of the sessions together where we focus on the legs, the upper chest, the back, all of that. For right now, it's far too technical and stuff I'm probably just not going to do. So let's just get into the groove. We're going to start on all fours with some cat-cows. I know it's a typical beginning that I like to do here. Okay, let me do one more correction. I know all this video work and whatnot. Give me 1 second here to get everything done. Okay, we are set. All right, we're on all fours for a cat-cow posture. Shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees. As you inhale, take your gaze up, drop the stomach down. As you exhale, hunch forward like an angry cat, rolling the pelvis in. Reverse. So keep your breath going as you move. If you know what you're doing, carry on, please. You guys have got this. You don't have to go fast. Make each movement be subtle. Make it count. As you move the body, you're breathing, either exhaling as I'm doing now, or inhaling as you look up and raise the tailbone up. Keep going here. This is a great posture to work out any and all the kinks in the spinal column and get the blood really circulating well around the spinal column. A few more here, please. That's it. Cat-cows, connect the breath with the movement. We'll do the one last cycle and we'll meet in neutral. And from here, we're on all fours, quad pose. Let us thread the needle. I'm going to start with the left hand, left arm, cross it underneath the right. I'm bringing my left cheek all the way to the mat. That's my facial cheek, not my butt cheek, please, as I reach the left arm out. Now, you can look at your right hand, or you can bring it up and around, reaching for the top of the left thigh. That's optional, of course. But yeah, as you reach the left arm out, we're working the top left portion of the back, which you probably feel. That's it. So keep the left arm active as you reach. One more breath. And with your exhale, place the right hand back, press up to all fours. Let's do the other side. My right hand, right arm comes underneath the left, bring it all the way down. Good. The left hand can stay right where it's at, or you can bring it up and around, reaching for the top of the right thigh. This, of course, is optional. If this is too much for you, just keep the left hand in front of the face where you can see it. Keep the right arm extended. Try to keep it. It's hard to keep the right arm extended and active at this point, but do what you can. Last breath in and recover. Woo! As we bring it back up to all fours. Nice. From threading the needle to Sphinx pose. So we're going to come down onto our stomachs, specifically onto our forearms for Sphinx. So bring your big toes together. Feet are flat on the mat. Chin and chest are lifted. I call this a nice passive work into the low back. So chin and chest are lifted, shoulders away from the ears. And you can keep your eyesight, or keep your head neutral. You don't have to look up, but if looking down helps a little bit, then that's fine. As far as extending the spinal column, that works well as no problem there. All right, from Sphinx pose, let's transition to Cobra. So slide one hand underneath your shoulder, then the other. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, elbows are tucked into the sides, big toes together, feet are still flat. Baby Cobra. Lift chin and chest. No pressure on the hands. You should be able to move the hands off the mat. Good. Keep your head neutral. Don't look forward. Just look straight down where your forehead would be on the mat. Good. One more breath in. Exhale. Release the chin to the mat. Sphinx. Come back to your forearms. So we have one more Cobra pose. And then before that, we'll do another Sphinx pose. As I like to say, as I have said in the past, this is how I used to spend hours on top of my bed reading a book, typically with a bowl of Frosted Flakes in front of me, just dry cereal. Can't do it anymore. One, don't need the sugar from the Frosted Flakes, and two, yeah, this gets to my lower back after a while. This is a back bend, there's no doubt, but it's more of one of the passive ones. You don't go real deep into it, but you may feel it after maybe 10 minutes, maybe less. You can try this while watching the telly or watching your clever phone if you happen to be on the floor. One more breath in. And with your exhale, slide your hands back underneath the shoulders for a second set of Cobra. All right, chin and chest lift. This time, add a little pressure on the hands against the floor. So we're using the biceps. Keep the shoulders away. I know, try to roll the shoulders away from the ears. Makes it a little more intensive. Top of the feet are still on the mat. Hips are cinched, most likely. Your biceps are working. One more breath. Exhale, recover. Ooh. Child's pose. Push up to all fours, hips to heels. Feel free to fold the arms in for this one, where you can rest your head on your arms. Your hips come close to the heels. Maybe they rest on the heels, which is fine, which is what we're going for. We're here for 3 breaths. So feel the elongation on the lower back, how the back extends with this posture. Head relaxed. One more breath in. Next inhale, bring it up to all fours. And from all fours, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Come underneath your toes. Lift the knees off the mat just a couple of inches, please. Not much. I know, I'm going to make you use your core now. So think about your tailbone and just lift it up a couple of inches towards the ceiling. Your head is neutral, arms are long. Looks good. Working the inner arches of the feet, quadriceps are engaged. And from here, push the hips to the back of the mat. Lift the hips, come into downward facing dog. So we're trying to bring the heels to the mat. All right, first downward dog. Hey, let's walk it out, shall we? Lift one heel, lower the other. May get some more pops and cracks in the groove, and that's fine. Lift your heels up, come onto your toes. And heels come down. Great, this is downward dog. Hands are about shoulders width apart here. Fingers are spread, favor the pinky. All right, one more breath in. With your exhale, look forward, step or float your feet to your hands, come up halfway. Give me a flat back so the legs are nice and long. Imagine having a tea tray on your back. You don't want to spill the tea. Hands can rest on the legs, maybe on the thighs, right above the knees. Shoulders are away from the ears. You extend your torso out. Inhale. Exhale, slide the hands down the legs towards the feet and roll up slowly. So bend the knees, Roll up nice and easy, one vertebra at a time, all the way up to standing. Groovy. Hands to hips, pelvis forward, lift the heart, small back bend, and bring it up to neutral. Utkatasana, chair pose. So I'm going to take my feet just a little wider apart, but they're still no wider than the hips. Hands can rest on the legs, and let's have a nice sit. Now, as I sit, you can see my knees are clearly going beyond my toes. I cannot see my toes at this point. So I'm going to bring the hips back to the point where I can see the toes just above the knees. That's where we want it. The weight is now in the heels. All right, torso comes up, and yeah, you can take the arms up. That's absolutely groovy. If this is too much for you, having the arms up, arms are at parallel to the floor or at heart center, or for this set, keep your hands on your knees or right above your knees. Any option is good here. Your core is in, torso's back. One more breath. Exhale, forward fold, reaching for the mat. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reverse your swan dive, lift up, reach up. Keep your arms up and sit down into chair pose. All right, so we're seated again. Some of you will have your legs bent, probably more than I have, but no matter what, make sure you can see your toes just beyond your knees. For those of you who want to really work on shoulders, you can bring your fingers together, release your index finger, and bring your arms next to your ears. That'll really work the upper back and shoulders. Nice. One more breath. Exhale, forward fold. So as I reach for the mat, I lengthen the legs, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reverse your swan dive, lift up, reach up. Exhale the arms down to the sides. Padagustasana. So this is a deep forward fold where we take our peace fingers to our big toes. Now, if you want to work on balance, have your feet together and peace fingers go to your big toes. Other than that, you can take your feet apart a bit, no wider than your hips. Okay, let's do this. Inhale, lean back just a little. Exhale, forward fold, and release your hands. So if you're unable to reach your big toes, grab your ankles, grab your shins, or grab your wrist behind your legs. Anything to get a good grip to pull the torso down. All right, whatever grip you have, inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, pull. That's it, pull. Use the biceps to pull your torso down, trying to kiss your knees, maybe your shin. Pull the stomach in. Keep your eyes open, maintain your center of balance, your presence. Pull a little tighter. Breathing is restricted, I know. Continue to breathe as nice and deep as you can. Last breath in. And with your exhale, release your grip. Roll up slowly. Hands can come to the top of the knees and bring you all the way up to standing. Ooh, small back bend. Hands to hips. Pelvis forward. Lift the heart towards the ceiling and bring it up to neutral. Okay, Padahastasana. So where we use our peace fingers before to grab our toes, now we'll take the whole hand underneath the feet. So hands to hips initially. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, forward fold. Release your hands. My right hand goes underneath the right foot. Left hand underneath the left. Yeah, they call this gorilla pose. Not my favorite name, but there you go. All right, inhale. Look to the top of the mat. Exhale and pull. Pull. I have a small micro bend in the knees Feel free to do the same. Keep your eyes open. Use your biceps. Pull your torso down. Feel the extension along the lower back. Stomach is in. Pull. Pull and pull. Inhale. Exhale. Release one, then the other hand. And as you inhale again, roll up slowly all the way to standing. Once you get up to standing, small back bend. So hands to hips, pelvis forward, lift the heart. That's it. And bring it up to neutral. Okay, so our deep forward folds, Padagustasana, Padahastasana. Yeah, you feel it on the low back because you're really extending the back with this one. I always like to counter that with a small back bend. So if our hands on our hips and the back bend, you feel the compression down the low back. Do this as you can, okay? If it's too painful one way or the other, I need you to back off just a bit. All right, here we go. From Tadasana. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Come up halfway. Exhale to downward dog. So take your hands to the mat, step 1 foot back, then the other, come into your best posture, downward facing dog. Nice work. Feel the elongation, bring the heels closer to the mat. You'll feel the extension in the Achilles, the calf. Pull the core, the stomach in. Nice. And don't forget your Ujjayi pranayama breath as well. So inhale one more time. And with your exhale, bring the knees down to the mat to all fours. Good. Next up, dolphin pose. It's also our downward dog variation. So from all fours, come onto your forearms. Keep the butt in the air. Yeah, and yes, this is also known as turbo dog. All right, come underneath your toes. Keep the head relaxed. Lift the hips. Try to bring those heels to the mat. Now, mine are nowhere near the mat, but I'm trying to extend the legs nonetheless. Your biceps are working a little more so now than they were before. Keep your head relaxed. Keep your breath nice and deep. Last breath in. And on that exhale, knees come down. Push back to child's pose. So arms in any position you'd like for child's pose. I'm just going to fold my arms, rest my head on the arms, and feel the comforting position here of the lower back as it extends yet again. Nice work. Last breath in. With the next inhale, bring it up to all fours. And we're coming down for locust pose. So we're going to lie down on our stomachs. Arms to your sides. Palms down on the mat. Chin on the mat. Big toes together. Feet are flat. Here we go. Lift chin and chest. Let's do so with the hands on the mat initially. So just lift chin and chest where you can. Hands are pressing into the mat. Top of the feet are pressing into the mat. Nice. Let's transition. Lift the arms. Woo. Now, if you can, clasp the hands behind your back. Maybe lift up a little further. The shoulders are away from the ears. Keep the top of the feet flat on the mat. One more breath in. And with your exhale, recover. Woo. Nice. We're lying flat on the mat. We've got 2 breath cycles here. All right. On that next inhalation, push up to all fours. And as we push up to all fours, we have puppy pose. So I'm going to move back a little bit so my hands are near the center of the mat. With puppy pose, You can also call this an extended balasana, an active balasana. So from all fours, keep your butt right there. Don't move the butt. Just walk the hands forward. We're going to keep the butt in the air, the legs at a 90-degree angle. Keep the head relaxed. That's it. You slowly get into this posture and press the armpits towards the mat. You're going to feel the stretch there anyway. Shoulder blades are coming together. Upper back, you're going to feel it, but take your stomach, hold it in, support the lower back. That's it. Your forehead is close to the mat, arms extended. Looks good, folks. One more breath. On the next inhale, slide the hands back. Woo. Bring it up to all fours and balasana. So hips to heels. Feel free to fold your arms or swing your arms to the sides, taking all the pressure off of the shoulders. Either or is fine. All right, 2 more breaths here in child's pose. And on that next inhale, bring it up to all fours. Ooh, good work. Half frog pose is next. So we're going to lie down yet again on our stomachs and take your left arm in front of you. So your left forearm is in front, and we're going to bring the right leg up. Now, I'll let you switch up a little bit. You can bring your left leg up if you want. We're going to take our right hand and grab the foot, the left foot. And I'm not picky here, either left or right foot, bring either one up. All right, try to keep the chin and chest up a little bit here. So your left arm is propping up the torso, and then bring the left knee off the mat. If you're holding onto your right foot, bring the right knee off the mat, if only a couple of inches. I know you're going to feel this as a quad stretch, but we're also doing some nice compression work in the back and opening up the heart. There's a lot going on with this posture. That's it. Give me one more breath and recover. Woo. Switch sides. Right arm's in front. I'm going to bend my right leg and reach back with my left hand for the left foot. Actually, I'm grabbing, my right foot. I'm grabbing my right ankle, actually. Okay, right arm is propping up the chest and torso. So now we lift the right knee off the mat. If only an inch, that's fine. Just lift it up. Feel the stretch in the quadricep. That's it. Hold here and breathe. Using the strength of the left arm and the right arm, and what energy we can muster from the raised knee. That's it. One more breath and recover. Woo. Nice. Just rest your head on your arms for 3 breaths. Arms folded, one cheek or the other on your arms. Nice deep inhalation. Give me one more breath in. And with your exhale, slide your hands back and lift up to quadricep pose or quad pose. We have one more puppy pose to do. So from all fours, keep your butt where it's at. Just walk your hands forward, please. Forehead comes close to the mat. Feel the stretch all from your arms to your armpits, shoulders, upper back. Nice deep inhalations. This is a partial chest opener. An active core will support the lower back. So try to hit the stomach in. I know it's difficult here. One more breath. Nice. Next inhale, bring the torso up. Walk the hands back, or in my case, slide the hands back. and let's have a seat. So we're going to sit down, legs in front, for Dandasana, staff pose. So for staff pose, legs extended in front of you, go ahead and flex the feet so the heels push out, toes come back at you. Core is in, chest is soft here, shoulders lift, bring them back, drop them down. So this is our seated yoga position of attention. And recover just a bit. All right, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Let's start this one by bending your legs just a little bit here. You can bend them a little more forward if you need to. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. So I'm going to use my peace fingers to grab onto my big toes. If you cannot reach your toes, use a strap or a towel, please. Now, with legs bent, think about the stomach on the thighs. So lean forward enough to where the stomach are on the thighs. Keep your eyesight forward, maybe in front of the mat. Don't look at your knees. Don't look at your waistline. We're trying to keep a bit of a flat back here. Use your biceps and pull. That's it. Pull the chest forward and slightly up. Hold that pressure there. And we keep the breath engaged. Nice deep inhalations. Groovy. One more breath in. Exhale and recover. So release your grip. Roll the torso up. Hands next to the hips. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And lift the heart towards the ceiling a bit. You should feel some compression in the low back and recover. All right, set number 2, Paschimottanasana. So this time you can extend your legs if you'd like. We'll call that optional. If you've got some back issues though, and you feel better having the legs bent, please do it. All right, inhale, arms are up. Exhale, forward fold. All right, once you get a good grip, inhale, look forward. Exhale and pull. So bend your arms. Don't take your eyesight higher than your knees, okay? Keep at your knees, your shins, or your feet. You may round your back by looking at your waistline just as easily here as in having your knees, your legs bent. So pull. For those of you that can reach beyond your feet, maybe you can grab and interlace your fingers beyond your feet. And if you can do that easily enough, use a block. Put a block on your feet and grab the sides of the block. Always extend, always work just a little harder for these postures. All right, use your breath. With your exhales, you can extend a little further. One more breath. And with your next inhale, release your grip. Roll up slowly. Nice. Take your hands next to your hips again. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift the heart. And recover. Ooh. Okay. Couple of twists here. Let's do 2 twists here. First of all, an easy seated twist. Let's twist to the left. And we're doing this from Dandasana, so it's typically an easy seated twist. We look over the left shoulder, keep the torso nice and tall. Inhale. With your exhale, come back to center. Let's go to the right. Now my right hand, right arm keeps my torso nice and tall. Looking over the right shoulder. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, recover. Woo. Half Lord of the Fishes pose. Let's give that a go. Take your left leg and bend it. And take the left foot over the right. And I'm going to squeeze that leg in. Now we're going to twist to the left. I'm going to use my right hand on top of the left knee to pull the leg into the chest. And twist to the left. That's it. Good. A little bit more twisting action here. Look over the left shoulder. Keep that right arm engaged, pulling that leg in, massaging the lower abdominal organs. Last breath in. With your exhale, recover. Ooh, back to the front. Take the leg out. Let's switch sides. Right leg bends. Cross the right foot over the left. Now my left hand holds onto that right knee, and we twist to the right. I am so much tighter on this side, I can feel it. Looking over the right shoulder, trying to keep the torso nice and tall, and at the same time, pulling that right knee into the body. Nice, lots of action going on here. One more breath in, and recover. Woo. Extend the leg, shake it off. Oh, nice work. Bridge pose is next. So we're going to lie down on our backs. Legs are bent. Heels are close to the hips. Hands down next to the feet. Bridge pose. We've got 2 sets to do here. Let's do the first one the way my awesome physical therapist likes to do it. So from here, it's a subtle movement. I want you to roll the hips just off of the mat. Just roll the pelvis out. Your hips will be off the mat just a couple of inches. Good. Your core is engaged. You feel your quadriceps engaged. Now think more about it here. Lift up just a little more until you feel your legs tighten up. Now bring your toes off the mat so that you're driving your heels into the mat. That's it. Core is supporting that lower back, believe it or not. The glutes are engaged. Every muscle in the legs are engaged. Press up. That's it. Give you 2 more breaths here. And with that last exhale, roll down slowly. Release the toes to the mat. Windshield wipe the knees a couple of times, left and right. We've got 1 more bridge pose to do. All right, from neutral. All right, you're more than welcome to repeat what we did the first time. Other than that, go ahead and press your pelvis up towards the ceiling as high as you can. I'm rolling underneath the shoulder blades just a bit here. Give me a little more stability. Chin gets a little closer to the chest. Keep your eyesight just above you, on the ceiling right above you. Don't want to risk any neck injuries here. So your pelvis is pressing up. Your glutes once again are engaged. Feel free to lift the toes or lift the heels off the mat. Whatever fancies you at this point. Press, engage, and breathe. 3 more breaths here. Re-engage, press up a little higher. Last breath in. And with that last exhale, heels or toes down, roll down 1 vertebra at a time. And windshield wipe the legs left and right a couple of times, please. This is a good way to help loosen up that low back. Just in case you developed any kinks in it from the last posture. All right, here we go. Hey, let's take the left leg, left knee, bring it to the left shoulder. Hands on top or behind the knee, I'll leave that to you. And as you squeeze the left knee towards the left shoulder, we're going to try to get a flat back. Now, the right leg you can keep bent or extended. I'll leave that up to you. Some people are pretty good for having a flat foot and a slightly bent leg to help achieve lengthening the spinal column along the mat. So squeeze that left knee towards the left shoulder. Make sure it's just outside of the rib cage. Looks good. 2 more breaths. And switch legs. So the left foot comes down, right knee comes into the right shoulder. And let's go right into it. Squeeze the right knee in. And this is a steady one. You pull in just shy of where your maximum is. Give it a couple of breaths, then pull in a little more. I try not to go for max straight out. We're yogis. We're not bench pressing small cars, so we can take it a little easier here and achieve the same goal. Actually, we're doing even better with our practice of yoga. All right, left leg is slightly bent or extended. See how that feels for you, which is going to work. 2 more breaths as we squeeze the right knee towards the right shoulder. And with that last exhale, recover. All right, extend the legs out onto the mat, arms overhead. And just reach the arms, point the toes, stomach pulls in. Nice work. And recover. Arms to the side, go ahead and bend the legs, feet are flat. Roll the knees to the right, and let's come up to a comfortable seated posture. All right, from your comfortable seated posture, I like using a block for this one. Eyes are soft or closed. And as soon as you get into your best posture here, a scan of the body, head, shoulders, chest, core, upper and lower back, waist, knees, calves, ankles. Start from top to bottom, breathe. Find out what's happening in the body, and more importantly, what's happening with our mind. As we try to clear the mind, just focus in on what's happening here and now. Disengage your Ujjayi Pranayama breath, but let's do so with 3 cleansing breaths. We're going to inhale nice and deep and exhale through the mouth. So inhale. 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 Nice. As you take one more scan across the body, across the mindscape, and from here, inhale one last time. Bring your arms up, palms come together. Exhale the breath as the hands come down, past your third eye to your heart center. On your continuing journey, remember always to remain kind, remain gentle, and always remember to stay fearless. Thank you for a great session this evening. Thank you and namaste.